Hello YouTube! Today on the Naughty Librarian, I am doing a book haul and wrap-up from B-Fest by Barnes & Noble. In case you do not know, B-Fest is a YA book festival that Barnes & Noble does every year. So at this year's B-Fest, I won 8 books. So basically I just proved to everybody how big of a nerd I am because I won 8 of them, and I'm going to show you my winnings. First off, we'll start with some swag. It was also like a Harley Quinn 25th anniversary, so they had a bunch of Harley Quinn comics that were pretty neat. So I got a bunch of those, and yeah, Harley Quinn's cool. I don't mind her. I have my Harley. Next up, I got a cool little art print for Renegades. I am actually really excited for Renegades by Melissa Meyer. I loved the Luna Chronicles series, and this one looks equally really cool, so I'm very excited about this one. And on the back, it has a little thing to generate your Renegade name. So let's see. First letter of your first name, A. Star. First letter of your last name. Let's go with Venture. So V, Master. Okay, so my Renegade name is Star Master. It kind of sounds like Stairmaster though, but still kind of cool. Next up, I have an art print for Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. This is coming out really soon, and I love John Green. I've read all of his books, so I'm very excited for this book as well. It's a cool little art print. On the back, it has a little quote. It says, "It's quite rare to find someone who sees the same world you see." So that's kind of a cool quote. I'm very fascinated by this book, so I'm excited to get the little art print. Next up, I got more temporary tattoos. I love temporary tattoos. I don't know what it is about them. It like brings out my inner child. And these ones are for Wonder Woman Warbringer and Batman Nightwalker. They are both part of the DC Icon series that is coming out, I believe. Wonder Woman is already out and Batman is coming out in January. Next up, I got a sticker for Mask of Shadows, and I believe the slogan is "Slay all day." You know what? That's pretty badass. I have not read this series and I'm not sure what it's about, but I'm pretty sure it's about slaying things with swords. Next up, I got like a little sticker pack for the book No Good Deed, and I believe that book is about a kid who goes to like Save the World camp, and it's like all of these different like causes to like save the world. I know that much, and I know there's more to it, but I forget what that is. So in addition to all like the cool little swag things, I also got a lot of chapter samplers, which are fun. I got a chapter sampler for Everlife by Gina Showalter. I have read both the other books in this series. I believe this is the conclusion and it comes out in February next year. Next up, I got a chapter sampler for Kill the Boy Band by Goldie Moldavsky. And then when you flip it over, you got a chapter sampler for No Good Deed by Goldie Moldavsky. So that's pretty neat. Both of these are titles on my TBR list because they both seem like, I mean, it's called Kill the Boy Band. That seems endlessly funny. And now a B-Fest exclusive sampler of the Game Changer series. So all of these books are actually on my TBR list, so it's kind of cool. I have a little sneak peek of all of them, so it's pretty exciting. Okay, let's get into all the cool books I won. First up, I have Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova. I think I'm saying her first name right, but we'll find out. This is essentially, it's kind of set in Latin American folklore because our lead character is a bruja, which is a witch. However, she hates magic, so she tries to rid herself of magic, and of course that does not go as planned. And there's gonna be a lot of more magical witchcraft stuff. But it seems really cool, and I'm glad I won this. Next up, I have Protected by Claire Zorn. This is about a girl named Hannah who is really bullied a lot of the time in school, very badly. She has an older sister named Katie who is actually kind of popular, but she never really does anything to stop the bullying. And then apparently Katie dies. So all of a sudden all of her bullying's gone. So it's kind of like a finding your way story, also about bullying and grief. So this one seems very dramatic. However, when you strip this book naked, it's got a really pretty cover. Like, it's got like pictures on it. Like, so that's interesting. I don't see a lot of like books that have like art printed on the cover. So, I mean, it's pretty. So there's that. Next up, I have A Short History of the Girl Next Door by Jared Reck. So basically this is about a kid named Matt, and he kind of lives his life as if it's a movie, but it's not a very good one, essentially. He's trying to, like, you know, direct the movie of his life, but he doesn't seem to do it very well. Like, he wants to tell his best friend, like, he's in love with her, but he can't figure out how to do that. And it seems like it's going to be very funny from reading the blurb. It looks like he has a lot of misadventures. However, it also looks like it's going to be a dramedy because it does say, like, disaster strikes, and then he has to, like, learn how to live his life again. So I don't know if maybe he's in an accident or something, but it seems like it's going to be really funny, but also hit you in the feels. Next up, I got Otherworld by Jason Segel and Kristen Miller. So this is another arc I got because it comes out in November, and Jason Segel wrote this. You know, like Forgetting Sarah Marshall and Freaks and Geeks. I did not know he was writing YA literature now, but that's kind of interesting, so I was like excited to win this. And I feel like it's on like the same page as like Warcross, perhaps, where it's a world full of technology and virtual reality, and you can like live in there. But since it's not like the real world, like there's no real laws, so you can pretty much get away with anything in this virtual reality. And it's kind of like going over like the consequences of technology and stuff, but with teens. I don't know, it seems kind of witty and interesting, and I'm very intrigued to see how Jason Segel handles something that's not necessarily a comedy. I don't think I've ever seen him do something sci-fi, so I'm very interested in this. Next up, I have Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh. This is also an arc. This comes out in January. This is about a girl named Odessa, and she is a necromancer for the king of this world that this takes place in, and they're really a big part of society because I guess it's their job to, like, when a noble dies, it's their job to, like, bring them back. Basically, if you don't bring a person back right, it's zombie time. So this seems really interesting. I believe this was already on my TBR list, so I'm excited that I won a copy. Okay, so this next book I am so excited for. I couldn't believe I won it. And it is Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. I got the arc of this. I wanted to read this so bad. I'm sure most of you already know Sasha Alsberg, and she is adorable. She's one of my favorite booktubers, and she wrote a book, and now I have it. And this is also an arc. It comes out in January. It's about an all-girl, like, crew of space pirates, and there's outside forces hunting them, and they're on a mission to save the galaxy. You know, as you do when you're a space pirate. But yes, this sounds really dope. I am so excited that I got this. In addition to winning the book, it also came with a map of the Mirabel Galaxy. It shows the world Zenith takes place in, which I always find, like, interesting because it kind of helps me, like, figure out how exactly their universe is set up. So this is actually a really awesome piece of art. So this next book, I am freaking out that I won. I won it by doing the best on a superhero trivia challenge. I won Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu. I got an arc of it. It comes out in January. I am so excited to read this. It was funny because I was just at Marie Lu's signing for Warcross on Friday. Then Saturday I go to B-Fest and I win her book. So it all worked out, and I'm like babbling because I'm so excited that I won this because, I mean, it's Batman and it's Marie Lu in one thing. Oh my gosh. Also, in addition to winning the book, I won some buttons. They also have buttons, so those are fun. I enjoy buttons. They're Batman buttons. Last but not least, the last book I won was Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I am way behind on this series, actually, because today, when I'm filming this, I just started reading City of Bones. I tried reading it a really long time ago and didn't like it, so I'm giving it another shot because I know everybody loves it. So eventually I will get to this book, which is a ways from now, but I'm so excited I have it. I heard nothing but great things about it, so I was very happy to win this. So yeah, B-Fest by Barnes & Noble. Super cool, kind of low-key YA book festival. I recommend checking out barnesandnoble.com and seeing if it's coming nearby to your local bookstore. They do it every year. This year they did it in September. I remember I went to last year as well, but I think that was like in May. So I'm not sure if they do it at the same time every year, or maybe I'm just like misremembering my life. I don't know. Please tell me down below if you have read any of these books, and if so, which ones were your favorites? Which ones are you most excited about? Because I got a lot of arcs. Which ones are you most excited to read? Let me know down below. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you would like to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, that's all for now. I will see you guys later. Bye!